Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Pikachu. Well, I mean on League of Legends, on the Rift it's Pikachu, so I mean, fits the brand. If you guys really want to support this channel, I suggest head over to our Patreon page, check out our weekly awards. I don't do monthly awards. Heck no, I offer you guys weekly awards. Well, hello my friends, and welcome back to All Ages of Geek TV, the place where we are always uniting the geeks of all ages through basically any type of fandom and spreading that fandom positivity. Today, as a special extra episode for you guys, we recently did League of Legends Champion Tales for Ari, for our awesome girl Ari. And today we're going to be going into the field journal that is all about the Vastaya. It's the field journal, and it is I can't say, is it Eduard Santangelo? Oh my god, I'm terrible with names. Vastaya Field Journal. So this is going to be learning everything about all the lore about all the Vastaya and the Vastayans, and Ari will probably be mentioned in this. So just to let you guys know, we're going to be making a ton of special little episodes like this as well. And for League of Legends Champion Tales, as long as we are fully funded on Patreon, which help us reach our goal, we will make a ton of episodes per week for you guys. So check that out as well in the description. Also in the description, you can find a ton of extra fun links, such as, Akibento to subscribe for anime goodies to be delivered to you guys per month. We also have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can find us everywhere on the internet, so be sure to follow us there so you stay updated about what is going on with All Ages of Geek TV. So let's see what this is all about. It is the field journal. This is going to be filled and jam-packed with so much lore, which is why I'm very excited about it, because as you know, I'm a huge lore fan. This is one of the biggest reasons that I got into League of Legends, because especially with League of Legends Champ Tales, I am able to appreciate the lore that is behind this amazing series. So the Vastaya, being a journal of observations, theories, and ruminations of the chimeric creatures of northern Ionia, as recorded by the esteemed Eduard Santangelo, I can't say, gentleman explorer. So it's he's a gentleman explorer. So I'm guessing he has a voice like this because he's a gentleman explorer. He's a chronological blah 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 blah. Okay. I first became acquainted with the chimeric creatures known as the Vastaya upon the landing of the fertile shores of Ionia. There I had hoped I would find a cure for a uniquely Piltovian malady known as the doldrums, a soft boredom for the ins and outs of everyday life, yet a dependably shining city, a process where I make a living as an author of some renown. So he went out to try to find a cure. Okay. So a soft boredom for the ins and outs of everyday life. Wonderful, my man. So he just went out to venture and stuff. So he went to Ionia. Does he have like a journal for each and every one of the sections? Oh my god. Within Ionia's soft and magical bosom, a bosom generally unexplored by cartographers, which is people who make maps, who were not born upon the vast shores, I endeavored to find something utterly beyond my scope of expertise, something wondrous and magical, beautiful and terrifying. So he's all like, yo, I have the confidence to make sure that no cartographer, no map maker, no anybody out there is gonna get what I find, and he's gonna be famous for it. Oh my god. Once I discovered the Vastaya, I knew I had found that which I sought. Do not hurt them. This is the thing. They want to live in peace. They want to live in peace. I met my first Vastayan creature in the dead of night as it rummaged through my camp for something it could stuff down its gullet. Though it nearly sprinted away in fear upon my waking, a handful of sweet cakes and sonorous delivery from a soothing bedtime melody taught to me by my mother. I am a soprano, and thus uniquely well equipped to serenade others with songs of relaxation. Oh yeah, this is great. Convinced it to stay a while in my camp. Oh, okay, at least he's kind to it so far. He's not trying to get anything out of it. Though it walked on two legs like a human, its features were chimeric combinations of several other creatures I have either seen in books or in the myriad travels. It had long whiskers and pointed nose of a cat, the scales of a snake all over its body, and a physical strength of the Belarusian salt beast, in which I discovered when upon finishing his sweet cakes, the creature lifted me above his head with the same effort I might expend to scratch my nose, and held me aloft until it determined I was not hiding more candies in my bedroll. Oh, it's cute. Look how cute he is. Look at the baby. It's like, I want more. I can see it talking like that. Oh my god, give me some of the food. Take it. I want
The creature fled into the darkness shortly thereafter, and I knew what I had to do. I resolved to learn more about these Vastaya, as the locals referred to them. What follows are my notes of the varieties of Vastaya I encountered in my travels across the mysterious continent. Ooh. Wow, so... Oh, guys, sorry down there. So these are... I was gonna say, what are the Vastaya? Alright. So it's gonna basically give us definition. We're gonna meet some awesome characters. Were I to hypothesize about the origins of these beings and being a learned gentleman of the physical sciences, I consider myself more than qualified to do so. Oh my god, I love him. I will theorize that the Vastaya are not an individual species, but a taxonomic classification more on par with the larger order of Phylum. Okay. Simply put, while many Vastaya look similar to one another, as I discovered after following the cat snake ape boy back to his village, and being rudely chased away by his identically hybridized brethren, presumably they had confused me for some sort of nefarious spy or apex predator, which explains why they followed me back to my camp and supposedly relieved me of my foodstuff. The different tribes and familiar groupings often look and act drastically dissimilar ways. So basically, some may look the same but act differently, but also one who look completely different from each other, they're gonna act completely. So it's basically like human beings. It's like no two human being is gonna look or act the same. Even twins. If you look at twins, if you guys are twins, I'd love to know. Some identical twins may look the same, but they do not act the same. Days after my encounter with the Vastaya, by following the Whispering River, so named by myself because it was infatuately loud, and like my sophisticates, I have a penchant for irony. Oh my god, I love you. Near their village, and knowing others would certainly be drawn to such water source, discovered an entirely different tribe. These Vastaya had a squeezable, furry faces as others, but the lower girth of seals. Oh, look at him! Oh, he has like a butterfly tail. Whoa! Nice. His whiskers are also feathers. He's so cute. Oh, they're so cute! After I had unaccessibly attempted to give them my glasses of a peace offering, many of the creatures carried packs full of knickknacks and shiny bits and bobs. Perhaps they were mercantile society. I began my impromptu, I come in peace, and I will do no harm. Imperative dance, oh my god. Interpretive dance, oh lord. This particular jig was all about knee placement, and my pantellas were positively pristine. He literally is talking like this. Which inspired my companions to take me in, feed me a warm supper of a meal I can only describe as slightly unraw, not quite fish. Ooh. Oh, I love it. Yeah, they do have it's like kind of like a butterfly-ish tail and like kind of fishy type thing. Wow, awesome. Though they said not a word while I performed my ritualistic gyrophons, oh my god, they later revealed upon politely requesting I pass them a cup of yellowish powder that smelled like salt and fire, they spoke my language fluently. Their various dialects were unfamiliar to me, but I could, with little effort, understand exactly what they said. As hungry for knowledge as I had previously been for food, I hurriedly queried them about the history of their kind. I learned that the Vastaya's origin could be traced back long, long ago to a hidden corner of Ionia, where a group of humans fled to escape the myriad horrors of the Great Void War. Oh, cool. Oh yeah, I remember they mentioned this in Ionia. A subject upon which I had written numerous tomes of which could be found in the better pavilion booksellers more than a reasonable price. Oh my god, he's literally selling himself out. He's literally saying, buy my stuff. Oh my god, I love you. These refugees came into contact with a tribe of intelligent, shape-shifting creatures who were greatly in tune with Ionia's natural magics. The pairing of these two groups produced the creatures I eventually learned to refer as the Vastaya. Over time, whoa, that's so cool. So nice. Over time, the offspring of these pairings settled into a variety of regions and therefore adopted diverse forms from the winged humanoids of Ionia, or the spardorically limbed sand shufflers of Shurima, and the Fragildian scaled manti with a look of perpetual discomfort on its face. I wish to stay and ask more of the otter folk. Otter folk. But one of my questions seemed to cause a great offense, and I was unceremoniously ejected from the village and the creature's good graces in one fell swoop. My question for those looking to avoid the same mistake regarded whether the pairing of the two species were purely magical or more, shall we say, physical in nature. So, oh my god, dude, you don't ask that. Literally, it's like, hey, you can get into the sack with them, or like they're getting doing some nice pillow talk with each other, or did it just happen naturally with the magical?
Wow, you don't ask that, dude.
I'm so pompous. More thoughts on the Vastaya, several of which may offend the more conservative reader. Ooh. Uh-oh. We lived to both my supplies and my calm, but never my thirst for adventure. I again struck out in a different direction, with nothing to protect me from my gumption vocabulary.
Yeah, dude, calm down with the vocabulary. Keep it simple.
Months passed, and I availed myself to Ionia's plentiful fruits and vegetables, picking them from the ground of trees, and easily as one might procure an item from a stall of the boundary markets.
Oh, look how cool. I like that. I like how they're all different. Yeah, he's right. They're all different shapes and sizes. But how do you eat that brown one?
I marked time by only the rising and setting of the sun, and happily forgot all those cumbersome Pavlovian habits of which I had become accustomed. To wit, after many days spent ambling across Ionia, I had developed something of a stench. I paused, disrobed. Nice. After checking to make sure I was alone, and gentleman never forces his own nudity upon others, oh my god, and stepped into a nearby lake that smelled of berries and grass.
It's like, dude, you just gotta write about your nakedness.
It was there that I saw the most wondrous thing I have seen in my entire life, and will I ever see should I live to be 1,000. Far more, I believe that's Ari, I believe so. Far more human than any Vastaya I had yet seen. This creature, bathing on the opposite shore, had the ears and tail of a fox, but she was unclothed, and shall I leave my descriptions vague, so not to offend my younger or more sensitive readers, and otherwise very, very much a female human. Very. Oh my god, dude! I caught a glimpse of her as I soaked in the pond, my mouth agape, revolts of water streaming down my gaunt frame as I attempted to come up with the perfect words of greeting. While he's naked and while she's nude. Not a good first impression. Mayhaps I would introduce myself as a writer of some renown, quoting her some of my more effusive reviews, or I might serenade her with one of the many romantic ballads I had composed and memorized for situations such as this.
Dude, when did you ever think you were gonna get in a situation like this? Okay, she's so conceited.
Oh god, here's the picture. Soon, however, a rustling of the brush behind me gave me a start. I turned to confront the rustling, and of instinct, but with no threat brave enough to show itself, I turned back to find the glorious foxwoman was gone, leaving me with nothing but questions. The first few bars of, "Oh my love, oh my dream, oh my prospective bedfellow," bouncing around in my head, and a decidedly embarrassed look on my face. The rustler, whom I was determined to beat into bloody unconsciousness for scaring the love of my life away, this is funny, turned out to be a human merchant from a distant village who specialized in selling ginger fruit, an apparent delicacy I chose not to taste, as I was uncertain I'd resist the temptation to smash one into his smiling face. Oh my god, imagine, he must be like, hey, dude, hey, you're naked. Shay, for this was his name, chastened me for bathing in a pond, informing me that it and the foxwoman who was sometimes known to bathe there would be hazardous to my health. I informed him that sneaking up on naked and unarmored men would oh my god, this is hilarious, would be far more hazardous to his, but he merely laughed. After I dressed, the merchant agreed to lead me back to a human civilization and answer a few of my questions in exchange for my hat. Yes, retail price 53 gears. Good pronunciation, Cat. Ha! He informed me that his family had known the strange woman for generations. That she, like other Vastaya, have far longer lives than we humans. Some have been said to live for thousands of years, while others, rumors of the legends say, might be immortal. It was Shay who informed me of Ionia's name for these creatures. That's so cool, they can live for 1,000 years though. Up until this point, I had referred to them as phantasma. Phantasma, yeah, okay. Until the merchant scoffed at my nomenclature, yes. I have retroactively changed all mentions of phantasma to Vastaya, purely out of cultural empathy. Okay, good, as my vocabulary is matched only by my humility. We walked together for several days. Occasionally, he would stop and sniff the air, like a starved bloodhound. When I asked him to explain his behavior, he would merely smile and inform me that he was looking for treasures. Though I had found his vague demeanor a very special flavor and of infuriating, like dog-like sniffing, led me to a thought which I immediately shared with him. If Vastaya were an amalgamation of humans and ancient, shape-shifting ancestors, then what would happen if the blood were to become extremely diluted through reproductive dysphoria? What if, say, one had Vastayan blood, but not quite enough to take chimeric and mammalian form? What would happen then? Oh, interesting question. It was then when he stopped, sniffing, and his eyes widened. He looked at me, smiled, and said, "Well, they'd be able to change their shape, wouldn't they? Before the bastard turned into a pig and unearthed into silk truffle." Oh my god. Oh, cool! Oh, he looks cool. Man, as utterly shocked as I was to meet a shapeshifter, to have, what's more, met 3 different varieties of Vastaya in only a few months is beyond lucky, even for a deserved scholar such as myself. I couldn't help but to note, however, that transforming Pigman was a considerable step down from the voluptuous foxwoman. Oh my god. At this rate, the next Vastayan creature I would see could likely resemble a walking roach. Oh my god. A conclusion wherein I leave room for follow-up chronicles upon the inevitable public demand for this one.
I want more from you. I want more. Let's go. I like you, dude. Just can't say your name. I spent the last several months scouring Ionia for any and all information that I could collect on the various Vastaya species in an attempt to create an all-encompassing taxonomy, a guide to Runeterra and its fauna. Though I had accumulated the incredible amount of information of the Vastaya, there is much to be left to be discovered. I suspect that in limiting my search of Ionia, I have uncovered a mere fraction of the overall diversity that to be found within this classification. Still, for now, it's time to move on. I have merely opened the door on Vastaya, and it will still be my job for another journalist to step through it. Today I draw my attention to other creatures of Runeterra, whose stories have yet to be told. Those horrifying sentient weapons known as the Darken, the corrupting creatures of the Void, those elusive fey creatures of legends of the Yordles. The stories mustn't go untold, and on my word I shall be an explorer to do it. Indeed, I may be well known, the only one who can. Editor's note. Only 2 weeks after submitting this manuscript, Mr. Santangelo embarked on all unofficial return to the trip Ionia. In his words, ask further questions of a fox-like woman, purely for the purpose of the 2nd edition. Oh my god. Several weeks later, we received a letter from Mr. Santangelo, I can't say his name, reading as follows. I've experienced a grand misfortune of being kidnapped. My captors are surely lot who call themselves the Navori Brotherhood. Suspect I am a Pavolian spy, naturally being a man of my world of the varied intellectual and athletic and romantic skills, such as, edited for brief, I was insulted at this accusation. Still, I convinced them to hold me for ransom, rather than to execute me outright.
If you could then send some precious minerals or food or weapons in an amount befitting of my abstract worth as a writer, it would be more than appreciated. It is, of course, your choice as to how much to spend on my return, but imagine you will have to bankrupt the publishing house and all the investors at a minimum. Still, the price will obviously be well worth it. Upon receiving this ransom note, we subsequently sent Mr. Santangelo the projected profits in his new book, a handful of pocket change, and a spoiled sweet cake. We have not heard back from him since. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. So, okay, we'll go in this little guy. No, we'll go up here. Okay, so, dude, I love him. Can I buy this? Is there a way to actually buy these? Oh my God. He's hilarious. Because you know how scholars act where it's like they travel around the world and they act like, oh, we know everything. He's literally like that, but this is the comedy of this. Oh my God. And Ari, oh my God. When he was kidnapped. I hope he's okay. I want to hear more of his stories. I mean, yeah, he maybe conceded and be like, no, pompous, yes, but he was funny, but wow. Oh my God. I'm so glad you guys requested that I do react and read this because I wanted to save it as a separate video because I feel like it should be. But I love this. This is a lot of fun. If he writes any more, I would love to know, but wow, I hope he's not captured anymore. That's all I have to say about that. I hope he's not captured anymore, but he had the sweet cakes and some change. Great. I'll buy your book, dude. I know you're very pompish and big-headed, but I would still buy it. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, a special episode of League of Legends Champion Tales. If you did, leave a like down below. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you'd like more League of Legends Champion Tales per week, be sure to get us fully funded on Patreon. But anyway, guys, be sure to check out all the links in the description down below. And I hope you have an amazing day. You stay weird, you stay wonderful, and you stay awesome, my friends. I almost forgot how to say that. And we'll do the next video. And Bryce, you're a fangirl, and you're a fanboy every single day. Bye, guys.